Hello, good afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. So I have not posted in a little while, and I wanted to come in and share something that I taught a client yesterday. So basically I realized that not enough people know this, so I'm going to demonstrate for everyone. This isn't my normal happy puppy advice, but I think this is going to be really helpful for everyone. So what happened in their household is they're trying to integrate a foster dog into their household with their family, with other dogs, and a little fight broke out. Maybe it was more than a little fight, but a fight broke out, and they weren't sure what to do, how to actually break them up. And there's a lot of, little fluffy advice out there on how to do this. You squirt water at them or you throw a blanket over them. But when push comes to shove and you're really worried that one dog is going to harm another, you need to know how to effectively get a dog to unlock their jaw, not the dogs lock their jaws, but let go of a dog that they have grabbed onto. And there isn't a cute way to do that, but there is a practical, surefire way to get a dog to disengage literally from biting another dog and pull them off. And you want to be really careful about how you do this because you don't want to take two dogs that are locked on and rip them apart, because then you just end up ripping their skin and tearing them up and doing a lot more damage that needs a lot more vet bills. So what we need to do is get that dog to let go before we pull them off. So I'm going to try and demonstrate this, but it is tricky because I don't have the best angle. Okay, I'm gonna see if my Ziva will help me demonstrate. So what we're gonna do, let me flip the camera. You are going to, so hopefully the dogs have collars on. If the dogs don't have a collar on, then you need to grab something to wrap around their neck. So the end of a leash always works. You can thread the leash through and create like a slip, like knot, loop, whatever for them. But hopefully dogs have collars on, that makes this easier. But you do need to grab something to put around their neck. So let me flip this. So what we're gonna do is, here's sweet baby Ziva. I would assume that you would be behind her because she would be biting something forward there. So what you're gonna do is find their collar and you're gonna grab it underhanded like this. So then you pull the collar all the way up as tight as you can behind their skull, right behind their ears. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna twist your hand. And that twisting tightens the collar. And, sorry, I'm creating a scene here. But that twisting motion tightens the collar around the very top of their neck, which is where their blood vessels are. It is sort of where their windpipe's at, but really we're not crushing their windpipe down here. It's up so high that what we're doing is cutting off the blood to the carotid and their brain. I know this isn't pretty and cute, but this is going to save lives and it's going to save vet bills and tragedy and scariness. So if you're in a position where a dog is locked onto another, kicking them isn't gonna work, sticking your finger in their butt isn't gonna work. I've seen that, it's weird, it's gross. Smacking them, all of that isn't gonna work. You don't wanna put your hands in their mouth to try and disengage them. I'm gonna show you with Rogan again. So what we're gonna do is take our hand under the collar and then twist. That is what is going to, under the collar and then up as tight as you can get it to their ears. That's what's going to cause your dog to lose consciousness for a couple seconds. Their jaw will loosen. You can pull them off. Don't let go, because as soon as they come back to, they're gonna be ready to fight again. But that is how to break up a serious dog fight. So not many people are actually going to see a super serious dog fight. But the point of what I do is to make everybody more able to handle emergency situations, to feel confident in their knowledge and knowing what to do and how to handle things. I'm like that person who runs crazy scenarios in their head and is like, okay, if Yeah, if a bomb goes off here, where am I going to go? If whatever. So it's really nice to know and to feel calm. Like I know what I would do in that emergency situation. Hopefully your wits stay about you. But I think it's good for everybody in the community to know how to break up a serious dog fight. Because sometimes you can clap your hands and say, hey, quit, and they stop. And other times you're really worried that one's going to kill the other right in front of you and you don't know what to do. So hopefully this is helpful. Sorry, it's not sunshiny, happy puppy stuff that I normally do. But I believe in learning everything about dogs, and that includes how to handle some of the rougher situations. So if this was helpful, please let me know, leave a comment, share this with somebody who needs to know. Anybody in the rescue community probably should know this. And have a wonderful rest of your day. If you need anything, I've got all the dog knowledge and I would love to share it. So please let me know if you need help with anything at all, especially if you brought a new puppy home and you're not quite sure what to do with it. That's what I specialize in.